ये तो कुछ हो रहा है क्या मुझे
देसी बीटी आ रहा है ना हाँ बेटा प्रोग्राम शुरू हो गया सो कम मम्मी इज ऑन टीवी
There are times when you find yourself craving for a
wait, keep it there, just watch.
scrumptious bite.
No, bring your food here and sit down on the floor.
Wait, get it on the floor, wait.
From your healthy diet chart. Well, on today's episode of Desi Beat, we have the answer to your conundrum, which will not only satiate your desire for some jackpot street food, but will also ensure that you stay within your daily calorie consumption count as we make oil-free bhaji and veg kebab. Our Desi Khana has the power to excite your taste buds, perhaps in a way most other cuisines cannot. That is probably the reason why preparing Desi Khana is considered as an art by many. And like every other kind of art, it needs the right ingredients, lots of good guidance, and some basic aesthetics to bind it all together. We've enthusiastically embraced flavors from all across the globe. We've got ginger and kaffir limes from Thailand. We've got flavors from Greece and Italy, things like oregano and sage. What about the Middle East? Well, we've got cinnamon flavors from them, but what about the flavors from our own lands? That's what we're talking about today. And today we're going to meet someone who's going to create some fabulous dishes, but with a very special twist. Winding our way through the bustling streets of London, we find ourselves in the suburb of Stanmore. But today we're going to meet our guest. Her name is Richa, and she's going to teach us how to cook oil-free, because that is the mantra of today's episode. Let's go say hello. Richa, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Fantastic. I'm so looking forward to today.
Me too, I'm so excited to cook for you.
Healthy food, oil-free, it's going to be wonderful.
It's gonna be exciting.
What a lovely house. What a beautiful kitchen.
Thank you.
You know what, I can tell, because I've been in so many kitchens, but anybody who has a center console or a center aisle like this loves cooking.
Yes, I do, and I'm so excited to cook for you today.
You're a real food lover, I can tell you, the ingredients and everything's here. I know quite a lot about you, but not everything. Tell me about children. How many kids do you have?
Oh, I have two kids. Sparsh, he's 16 years old, and young one.
It's
9
me!
years old, His name is Sparsh.
And they love food?
Oh, they love it.
They love your food.
Reason I cook a lot. And another thing that my husband loves the food I cook. So that's made me go and make some
She's getting my roti.
I'm basically from Malwa, Indore. And I try to mix all the dishes from these three states.
The things that you grew up with, perhaps, yeah?
Yes.
A lot of recipes that you brought with you?
Yes.
In your head?
In my head,
Like
my grandma.
it's an encyclopedia in the end of food.
Yes.
So it's just a big passion for you, right?
Yes,
A real
yes.
passion. Something you do every day?
Yes, every day. And this is what I do for living at present.
For a living? What does that mean? How does that work?
The cooking. The people love my food and they ask me to come and cook for them, and then I do that. And sometimes I take the orders for special dishes, like if people does not know how to make Rajasthani dish like a gatte ki sabji or pitoda ka shaak. So I do the special cooking for them, like Jain people, they don't eat, but they want to eat every variety of a food.
Right.
So I can cook them for without onion and garlic.
How long have you been in this country?
I've been here for 13 years now.
I did a little bit of homework and I've discovered that you love painting.
Yes, I do.
That's quite unusual. You don't see so many Desis, who paint and sell. You sell your paintings, right?
Yes, I do.
And where did that passion come from? Where did that hobby start?
1997, when I've done my college and I was just doing the computers, and that time I thought it's spare time, what should I do? And I was very homely and I don't like to go out much. So this is what I started sketching.
Okay.
And I started with Mughal art and Madhubani.
Right.
And I made like quite a few paintings there, and that also I did the fusion of clay and the mirror work in my paintings.
Could you do a portrait of me?
Yes, of course I
You need a lot of colours, so many.
Yes.
You spend so much money in different
That
colours.
was a very colorful one.
Absolutely. But listen, you're fit and healthy because you're into yoga.
Yes,
See, I know about it.
thank you. Yes, my morning starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then I do puja chantings,
Yeah.
and then I do yoga.
Okay.
I can teach yoga as well. I did some volunteer work in old age people's home as well.
So you're very flexible.
I am.
Touch your toes. Touch your toes. Come on.
I can touch my
You
toes.
I'll touch my toes. Brilliant. Well done. That's fantastic. What are we going to cook today?
I am gonna make oil-free bhaji
Okay.
and oil-free seekh kebab.
So normally there's quite a lot of oil, is there?
Yes, that is.
And you're going to be completely oil-free.
No, completely oil-free, not a single drop of oil.
Wow, and how we're going to do that, I don't know, but we're looking forward to finding out. So you've got your ingredients ready. Should we start cooking?
Yes,
Because
definitely. Let's
I'm
go.
hungry. I'm hungry.
Oh,
I'm always hungry. Kebabs typically refer to meaty treats, either in the form of skewers or minced patties, which are traditionally made in the tandoor. We, however, are making the vegetarian version of the kebabs. Yes, I mean, why should all the meat lovers have all the fun? Snacks are a Weight Watchers nightmare because whenever you're eating, whether it's just a small snack, some chips or some chaat, something like that, generally they're cooked in oil or they're dripping with fat or there's lots and lots of sugar on them, something like that. But our guest today, Richard, has got a different take on the matter. What are you cooking for us?
I'm making vegetable kebabs without oil.
Vegetable kebabs without oil. That's great. How do you do that? How's it possible even?
It's possible if you have non-stick and we already cooked the ingredients half of the way,
Right.
then it is really very easy to make.
That's the first thing you have to do.
First thing, because spinach is a very oily.
Spinach goes in first.
First is spinach because it has a lots of oil in it. Water in it.
Oh, you scared me for a minute. I said we're cooking oil-free and it's got lots of oil in the
No,
room.
it's just water because it's the water.
Okay.
And we're gonna put some beans in it because beans also half cooked.
So this water, we need to retain some of that moisture, right? Surely.
Not so much because already potato has lots of moisture in it.
Right.
So we don't need too much moisture. Otherwise,
Adding potato.
yes. And now I'm going to eat green chilies. And we're going to add some ginger. And we're gonna saute it for 1 minute only, not too much.
So how did you come up with this idea? Is it for health reasons? Is that why you do it? Is it for the
Yes.
kids?
Actually, I was after my second pregnancy,
Okay.
I was 70 kgs.
Right.
Because my mom came and she fed me so many laddus. 3 months of my first 3 months after pregnancy, I had almost 2 to 3 kgs of Shuddha ghee, Desi ghee. I was just gaining weight a lot, and then I started looking for some food. I started yoga again, but I was not losing a weight. So I started doing the dishes with less oil, and then I come across with no oil dishes.
When you do use oil for anything,
Yeah.
do you use ghee?
If it is rice, I will put like spoonful of ghee after cooking.
After cooking.
After
right?
cooking.
Okay.
But I prefer not to use it.
Yeah.
I would rather use butter instead of ghee or oil. Yeah.
All right, good. This is smelling really, really good. And we've got
Thank
no
you.
masala in there.
No, not yet. But I'm gonna put some of the salt because salt tends to leave some water.
Yeah, sure.
पानी छोड़ता है, इसलिए मुझे थोड़ा सा salt डालना है, not too much. That rest of the salt we will eat later on. This dish gonna be full of vitamin B and minerals, and kids gonna love it because not too many spices in it.
Yeah.
And kids don't like to eat vegetables, but when you give them a little snack, taste that.
And when you add to that some
Yeah.
fresh roti or chapati or whatever, you get lots of fiber from that as well, right?
Yes, this kebab, once you are done, you can just roll it in a chapati, you can eat that, or you can use it as a hot dog, put some mustard seeds, mustard sauce and everything, and then there you go,
I'm
your
sold on this.
vegetable
I'm sold.
hot dog is there. Raj, as
Okay.
it's cooked, I need to grind it.
Right.
Not too much, but little bit chunky, less chunky.
Good.
So I'm gonna put it in a grinder.
In the grind.
Yes,
This is done.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put this in the pan back again.
Right.
And then I'm gonna mix with masala. I'm gonna check the consistency of water into that, if it's not too much moist or too much moist.
Right.
So I'm gonna eat some potato. This is 4 to 5 medium-sized potato, boiled and then grated. Yeah.
Okay. And I can see what you mean about the coarseness of the veg.
Yes.
Yeah.
The crunchiness of every single vegetables is gonna come in your mouth
Sure,
and
okay.
it's melt in there. So I'm adding some kasuri methi in it,
Kasuri methi.
which is half teaspoon.
The spice of the gods, the Punjabi gods.
This is 1.5 teaspoon jeera. Chaat masala, which is again 1.5 teaspoon. It's up to your taste. And then red chili, yes.
Right.
And this is besan. I'm just for trying, I'm using 1 teaspoon of besan and I'm leaving rest of it here. I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna use some hands of mine now because
Some hands, you don't have to use.
I'm gonna use my hands now because
She's going to use some of her hands now, okay? If you're doing this at home, make sure the pan is off. And make
Yes.
sure that nothing is hot.
yeah.
Don't try this. This is a seasoned chef we're talking to here. She's made this many times before. She knows exactly what she's doing. So our vegetable kebab mix is done, and I can tell you right now, 100% oil-free. But we are going to cook it in the oven, so you do need to grease or oil in some form or another the foil, otherwise your kebabs will stick.
To
After
the
that,
oil.
what are we doing?
Yeah. This is a 1-calorie oil that I'm going to spray,
Okay.
and then I'm going to spread it
Okay.
evenly.
Are you going to use your fingers? That's it. We are pure Desi. Pure Desi. Use your hands.
Yes. And then what?
All right, great. Okay, so now we're going to form those kebabs
Standard
onto
and
these skewers.
Yes, I'm going to make some kebabs.
Okay.
And
So generally, as I was talking to you earlier, you can, of course, soak
Mama.
these wooden skewers, right?
Mama.
Because if they're going to go in the oven,
yes.
they could burn potentially.
Yes.
But I know you've made these a million times before. And they're not going to stay in the oven very long.
Not very long because our vegetables are already cooked.
It's already
So it's not too much we have to worry about it.
All right, they look great. They look great.
Mama,
Raj, this
Speak
is
to
done now.
me.
So we need to put it in oven.
They look fantastic. Come, I'll do the honors. I'll pick this up. All right, come on, you go first, and I'll sneak in here. Oh, ooh, ooh. Careful, careful, careful.
Careful. It's hot.
And it
taking
goes.
so long.
What is so taking so long?
Find out how we articulate the use of a variety of veggies and blend it with a special bhaji masala to make delicious bhaji without the oil. So stay tuned as we cook up this healthier version of the bhaji without negotiating on its delicious taste as we return after this short break.
Yeah, it's finished.
खतरे में है प्यार बचा सकती है सिर्फ ये एक जान
पॉज कर दे तेरा
चलो कृष।
पॉज बस ना खाना खा थोड़ा सा ला मैं
नहीं मेरे को ना साउंड नहीं है बेटा इसका
अरे हो रहा है साउंड भी हो रहा है और सब शूट भी हो रहा है मैं इसको इधर रख
नहीं
देती
वो
हूँ
उस पर रेड को कर
अभी रुक
100 degrees boiling.
Red
and
pickle.
also cold filtered drinking water. The tap that does it all. Go to cooker.co.uk.
तेरा कर ले अच्छे से पहले मेरा एक तरफ पर रख दे ये रहने दे मेरे को हाथ में ही रहने दे मेरे को हाथ में ही
अभी
रहने
चल
दे
खाना खाते हैं अपन कहाँ है मेरा खाना कहाँ है?
पर मेरे को मेल करने दे
मेरा वाला खाना कहाँ है?
मुझे भी मालूम तेरा
ये रहा।
नहीं ये मेरा है
ये तेरा है? वो मेरा है। अभी रुक जा मम्मी एडवर्टाइजमेंट आएंगे 5 मिनट आराम कर खाना खा इस पर ऊपर चला गया मेरा नहीं देखा पूरा एपिसोड उसने
इंटरेस्ट नहीं है
उसको बैठने की जगह नहीं है
नहीं
स्पर्श बेटा मूवी में ना जाना देख ले यार वहाँ पर एक टीवी पे आपकी इच्छा बैठने की जगह नहीं देती हूँ तू इधर बैठ जा उसको इधर बैठ जा बस तू इधर ही बैठ तू थोड़ा इधर खसका ले सामान सर सिट प्रॉपर्ली
Dashing celebrity will get smitten by you, or a famous cricketer will get bowled over by you, or maybe it's time to check out of maybe.com and check into Shardy.com. Over 200,000 British Asians have used Shardy.com to find their life partner. Shardy.com. Give fate a nudge. I don't know.
ये रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है तुम्हारा
कैमरा मैंने अभी पॉज किया हुआ है
नहीं पेट्रा हो रहा
You only record हो रहा है बोल रहा है 15 minutes second recording left.
What?
15 minutes of recording left वरना space चली
ओ
जाएगी.
पॉज कर उसको
Wait.
मुझे नहीं पता कैसे करते.